Alright, so in this left, this is I think it's gonna be left. Let me check it again. Dash one is Linux left 11. Alright, so we have some users on all app servers in Stratos Datacenter. Some of them have been assigned some new roles and responsibilities. Therefore, their user need to be upgraded with sudo access so that they can perform admin level tasks. So provide sudo access to user Mac on all app servers. So we had 3 servers. App server 1 is Tony. So we go to a Tony server, SSH TON1 Tony at STAPPO1 and say yes and then paste the password. Now we are on the app server 1. So how do we provide sudo access to user Mac on the server? Make sure you have set a passwordless sudo for the user. So let me find this in the Google, how to provide without on app server or CentOS without password. Right, so we had to open the sudo files, run the following command as root or a user with sudo privilege to open the configuration file. So alright, so let me check this sudoers file. So before we check it, let me check if Mac user is existing or not. So in this app server 1, Mac user is existing with this GID and with a group names with this one. So we have the Mac user on app server 1. Alright, now we will run this command sudo vi sudo. So we will use the Tony password again. So here we had to configure something to face. So here, let me find that. So what do we have to face that? So here, same thing without a password. So here we have to add user configurations, go to the end of the file, add the following line, allow command to run all the commands without a password. So we will add this command right after here. So we can add here, I think. Alright, so this is no password of permissions, and then we will save it. I will escape and semicolon to user. I will save it. So here, nano editor, you can use verify the. So we have to check the configuration by running this command line. So let me run that command. So now we don't need a password to enter. Here is a root user. Wait. Is it correct? Test configurations and as a user mark if should return root without asking the password. Yeah. So now we can change. We can change into root user and without asking for the password. So that means we successfully did it, right? So now we go to the app server 2. Is it? So SSH STEV Steve STAPP staff 02. I say yes. I will do copy this password and we paste right there. So here also app server 2, we will check the Mac user. Oh, sorry. So my user is existing on the app server too. So we will apply this command line again. Sudo vi to open the configuration file of the vi sudo. So here we had to use this password again. And alright, so I will change into insert mode. So I will add that line here after this line. Alright, so I will do this is configuration command line, scroll to the end and adding following to. So why we add this command line? Because now we need to make sure set a passwordless sudo for the user. So passwordless sudo means we are able to run all commands. We make Mac user is able to run all commands without a password. That's why here all command no password or equal to all right here. So I will save it semicolon to be true. So we will run for test this command line sudo for testing by running sudo -n who am I. So now we get the root user privilege right now. So alright, so we finished for app server 2. Oh, what's wrong? So now we go to the app server 3 banner add tapp stuff 03. I will say yes here again. So what is the banner password? Banner password is B. Alright, now we are on the app server 3. Here also ID mark. So my user is staying on the app server 3 either. So we will do copy this command line again. Sudo vi su sudo sudo vi su sudo configuration file. So here we will add this command line for making my user is able to run all commands without a password. And here I will scroll down to the bottom and I will add right here. Alright, and I will escape and save it semicolon or semicolon to be true, no semicolon. I was wrong. Alright, so finally we will check it out using this command line again. Sudo -n who am I. So now you will see the return result is root. So we can successfully make the Mac user with passwordless sudo for the user. So we finally finished for every single server. So let me check out and click confirm. Yeah, so we successfully did it. So I will stay here and say yes, no issue faced. Alright, so thanks for watching. I will see you in the next time.